ahoy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors. Welcome to a special episode of the Rec Room Radio Hour radio show and the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. It's special because this episode is going to be primarily made up of an interview that we conducted with Keith and Sonya Randall at the WXPI studios in the Pajama Factory in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We're going to talk about Keith's new single, Pray. We're going to talk about his contribution to the Joy to the Bird compilation holiday CD this year, and we are going to debut First Listen Anywhere of his brand new single. And we're going to talk about the Keith and Sonya Roadshow, we're going to talk about Sonya's influences, and we're going to have a little bit of salty language in this one. So sit back, relax, put your tray tables in the upright and locked position, and enjoy this interview with Keith and Sonya Randall on the Rec Room Radio Hour radio show and podcast. Here we go. Yeah, hey, welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour show. This is a special Rec Room Radio Hour, not only radio show, but also podcast, because we are exclusively playing and interviewing one of the mainstays of not only our little playlist here at the Rec Room Radio Hour and WXPI, but also a mover, shaker, driving force in the local music scene, and that's Keith and Sonya Randall. So we are so happy to have you on the show tonight and on the podcast. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Mike. Great to be here.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Finally get to meet you. We've already interviewed this fine specimen of a musician here, but we haven't talked to you, but we'll get to you in a minute. Give us a quick rundown, Keith, of where you've been, where you're at, and we're going to be talking about where you're going here in a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, Sonya and I have been pretty busy on the local scene down Anvil Way, gigging, and we slowed up for this fall and winter season, and during the slow up, I'm putting out a little EP. Yeah, it's Americana based. It's banjos and uprights and mandolin,
which is different for you. I mean, that's a big, almost a 180 for you, is it not?
You know, I love music so much that I don't know what the next record's going to sound like. I don't really know what genre it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love playing a banjo, and it made me rethink what I'm doing with the band live and in the studio.
Because your album Aspire, and correct me if I'm wrong or redirect me if I'm wrong, Aspire was really more like an ambient kind of vibe to it. Almost almost jazzy to a certain extent.
Yeah, like a soft jazz vibe for sure.
Yeah, and now because of the two songs that you've gifted us and we've played, I mean, they're very Americana. I mean, they're stompy. I mean, so to me, that's like a 180 for you. But yeah, you don't want them to sound the same.
I don't, and I think as I grow and as I continue to record, I'm going to marry all the styles together. So you might hear something with Sonya's saxophone and the banjo and an upright, and it might take on a bit of a jazz vibe or an Americana vibe.
And it would work. It would work. Because, I mean, Aspire seems, because you're Sonya, you're all over Aspire, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about you, because you've got a little musical background as well. So just give us a quick synopsis of where you were born and, all this other stuff.
Yeah, so I was born in Williamsport, PA.
Yay!
Yeah, go
Hometown
Williamsport.
Girl.
Yeah. So I joined the band in elementary school, wanted to play the saxophone so bad, was told my hands were too small.
Now, your parents, are they musicians, family?
So my dad was in a band, he played guitar, and he played acoustic guitar as I was growing up. That was normal to hear in our house. My mom didn't play music. After her childhood, she played the accordion. There you go. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I played the flute in school.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're more like wind instruments then, correct?
Yeah. And then I just started picking up string instruments maybe about 5 years ago. Started toying with them. Yeah.
Well, Keith in our last interview had talked about you meeting, and you held this stuff back from him for a while.
Yeah. I only played my instruments when he wasn't around.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was like a year into your relationship that you dropped that you played an instrument.
Yeah.
She had mentioned that she played the saxophone, but I kind of put it aside because she'd said it was like a grade school thing. I didn't know to what skill set she had. Yeah. And then one day we were sitting around a fire pit at her folks' house, and she starts playing a fiddle. And all of a sudden I was like, well, I guess I'm not a solo act anymore, right? Because how great is that?
So my question was with Keith here, so now that I've got you here to answer this question, what else are you holding back on? Have you figured out like cold fusion or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not telling.
See, that's why you're smart. Yeah. So, but Aspire. I mean, really, I think you were kind of the inspiration for that, maybe. And correct me if I'm wrong with the sax and all that stuff, because it's very jazzy, very ethereal kind of stuff. Am I?
That's 100% true.
Okay,
it's 100, and I think we're going to get back into that a little more going forward.
Yeah.
Over the last year, we kind of leaned on the fiddle and a little more country and a little more Americana. Yeah. And then just the other day, I pulled up. See, there's a third record that I didn't even put out yet. I just iced it. I iced it to get into the more Americana stuff, but I have a whole third instrumental record written again based on the sax. Yeah. And I just pulled them out the other day to listen to, and I'm like, oh, well, I got to put these out too then. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna bring the sax back a little more prominently in the future and see where it goes.
Cool, good. But I mean, the sax would work with the Americana group too.
It does. I just don't know who to look to for guidance, so we'd be cutting new ground.
Yeah.
You do hear horns in Americana music occasionally, but not that often.
Wow.
Wow. So
don't hold back on us, please.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're a virtuoso on the Moog synthesizer, let him know, please.
Yeah.
I might break the kazoo out for this next album.
Sweet. Yeah. Good. Oh, I love it. So I think the second song that you gifted us was Pray. And that's your latest, correct?
The first song was Pray. That's the first single off the new record.
Okay. All right.
And that's the one. I mean, I've got 3 coming out pretty quickly. Normally you space them out further apart. But the holidays were creeping up. The second single that we're going to talk about in a moment.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that out around Thanksgiving and around Christmas, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. And then I wanted to finish Pray as the starter because it really sets the mood for what I was trying to do with the new record.
Yeah. This is a great song. We're going to play it here in a minute. It really takes your attention. I mean, it really captures you, that song. What was the inspiration for it? Where were you coming from? And did you know when you wrote it or when you had the concept of it that you were going to be going in this direction, or is it something that you redid the arrangement for?
So for the last several years, Sonya's folks have been taking us to a bluegrass festival up in, Stony Fork, Cross Forks?
Cross Fork.
Up in Cross Fork. And I just have fallen in love with bluegrass music over the last several years. Yeah. And the idea of becoming a bluegrass band is something that we toyed around with. We played some songs, and I love it so much. I'd love to be able to do that. But I'll tell you, every instrument in a bluegrass band is a prodigy instrument and prodigy player. Yeah. And getting into it, we were like, well, this is a little much.
Yeah.
But that was definitely the influence for the record, in that I wanted to use all acoustic instruments. I wanted to use all Americana instruments and grab that vibe. And so listening to these songs next to bluegrass songs, they're obviously not bluegrass songs, but the influence is there 100%.
Because when you say you've kind of embraced this whole bluegrass Americana thing, correct me if I'm wrong, that wasn't really in your wheelhouse starting out when you were a young man kind of playing here in Williamsport, and even, after you went to Anvil. That wasn't really your wheelhouse, was it?
No, I mean, when I lived in Williamsport, I started dipping my toe into country music. Mm-hmm. Well, it's almost like I was just playing regular standard rock music, and you get to Williamsport, which is a huge blues town. Yeah. And so the blues bug bit me, and I went down that road for a couple years here. And then with the blues and my mind opening up to different genres of music, country snuck its way in there, and I started working on some country stuff. And then I met my buddy Johnny, and we started a hard rock band, and the country thing kind of got iced. Yeah. But once that band folded, Sonya and I started playing together, sitting around the fire, and with that comes that country influence. And
that's when she broke the fiddle out.
That's when she broke the fiddle out, and we started going in that direction pretty hard. Yeah. And then you get into classic country, and you're starting with the roots of bluegrass music. And I just love, like I say, I love music. If you see me put out a classical music record in the next 5 years, don't be that surprised.
Well, and I think that's what makes you, and I'm not blowing smoke here, I think that's what makes your stuff just like, I really enjoy playing your stuff, and I really like it when you send new stuff, because you're not tied to a genre.
No.
In the little time I've known you, it's like, damn, we've gone from jazz, this ethereal stuff to this, Pray. When I played it the first time, I was like, whoa, that's way different.
But I think that's good. I mean, that marks you as, an open-minded, open-eyed, and open-eared musician.
I'm just trying to explore what's out there. I mean, I don't know who I am as a musician because I like it all. And I'd like to think that someday I'm going to make a record that takes all these influences and puts them together.
Yeah.
But I'm just not there yet. Right now, it's just, let's try this style. Let's try that style.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to get a more jammy vibe and just pull it all together.
So, Sonya, are you hearing that you kind of influenced this whole Americana thing by pulling the fiddle out?
I think it was me. You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So this is like Johnny and June.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is,
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Now, Keith had said that your family had taken him to a bluegrass. Are they into like Americana bluegrass kind
They
of stuff?
sure are.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm assuming this by virtue of association, you are too.
Very much
So
so.
what, like your background in bluegrass Americana, where did that start for you?
That probably started about 5 years ago, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's like your wheelhouse, your touchstone for like bluegrass and Americana? Kind of my goal.
She loves June Carter.
Yeah.
See, I hit it without even knowing.
Yeah, she's a big fan.
I mean, when you look at her singing, she had like a powerful voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And a great stage personality to go along with it.
Yeah,
entertainer.
She was a comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was kind of her role in the Carter family, was as a comedian.
Yep.
So is that what maybe that's what she's holding back.
Yeah.
We can do some stand-up.
Watch out.
Okay, I'm going to back out and let you guys argue.
I mean, I think I'm funny.
Well,
And with that, you have to wonder what Johnny Cash would have sounded like had he not been trying to court her and going down that road with her.
Yeah, he may have just stayed, stagnant with that rock. Although
he was a rockabilly, more of a rockabilly to begin with.
Yeah. Wow, there's a whole nother rabbit hole we could go down, and we really.
That's why. And this is why I wanted to do this interview with you, Mike, because we could sit here and talk all day, but we all have things to get to. But.
Yes, we do. So we're going to listen to "Pray" now. Did you start this by saying, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be Americana bluegrass kind of thing," or is it something different? And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rearrange this."
No, I bought a banjo. I borrowed an upright. She already had a mandolin, and I said, I'm going to write an Americana record. And now the guitar riff, which starts the whole thing, I've had in my pocket for about a decade. I just didn't know where to use it. It didn't find its way into any songs I'd written at the time. Yeah. But as soon as I knew what this was going to be, that was where I started with that guitar riff, and then the rest of it just kind of came from there.
Wow. So let's go ahead and listen to "Pray." Okay. Anything else you want to do to tee it up? Because, I'll let you take over the disc jockey thing here. You can tee it up and we'll play it right after your intro.
No, I mean, honestly, I think you covered it all, Mike. It's just me stomping stomping with a guitar and some old school.
It catches your attention. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, have your attention ready to be captured by Keith. Now, am I introducing this as Keith Randall or Keith and Sonya or Keith and Sonya Roadshow? How do I want to?
This particular record's just mine. This is
yours.
Randall
Okay.
record.
Keith Randall on the Rec Room Radio Hour. Pray. Get your attention ready to be captured.
So long sunny weather, so long simpler days. Sky's rolling dark now, as far as I can see. Thunder rolling through the valley, a warning in the breeze. The rain starts falling, it's falling hard on me. We're all on nature's mercy, and we all die the same. Nothing we can do now but go to ground and pray. Yeah, won't you pray for me? nothing left to do now but go to the ground and pray. Yeah, 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 yeah. Won't you pray for me? Sunny weather, so long simple days. The rain starts falling, wash your sins away.
Pray here on the Rec Room Radio Hour radio show and podcast special edition where we are focusing not only on the music of Keith Randall and Sonya Randall, but also interviewing them as well. So I think this is the first episode of the radio show where it's been mostly an interview. So thank you for breaking some ground for us.
Absolutely. You know, I had this great idea, and I'm so glad you're letting me do this, where we're going to take this interview and we're going to use it as the paper interview for the Pennsylvania Musician Magazine, which I'm really excited about doing because they're a great outlet that supports local music. You're a fantastic host, and this is a great station for doing the
I am
same.
nervous because I've never had a byline in a music magazine before as an interviewer. So I am like really nervous.
Well,
right now,
I was thinking about how to go about doing it once I was in contact with the magazine about how I would go about with the interview. And they've got some great interviewers without a doubt.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
But, the last time I was here with you, I had such a great time. I feel at ease and I feel open. And I said, what a better interviewer than Mike. Right?
I don't know. Because they've got the professor, they've got Rachel, they've got
I'm a
Rachel
fan of
Ross.
all of them.
Yeah, they're great. Josh does, and that the magazine's been going for how long?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like early 80s.
I was going to say it's got to be the 80s.
Yeah, Whitey Knowles started it, and I remember coming home on leave because I was gone. I was not even, but I would remember coming to like Sides back when they were on Washington Boulevard, and it was there, and it was it wasn't color or anything like that. But he for the radio show, I've said this a number of times, we're really kind of carrying on Whitey's legacy in promoting local music because he's been doing, he and now Josh have been doing this for, 40 plus years. Sure. What a great thing we have here, as far as that magazine's concerned. So when when you gave me the germ of this idea, I was like, oh, geez, I've never done anything like this before. So,
oh, it's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
combining two, if not more, of my favorite entities out there supporting local music. You guys have been great.
Yeah, it's a labor of love for me, and I'm sure it is for Josh and the whole crew down there. They have such a wide reach around the area. I mean, they go from up here to the Altoona area. I mean, really almost all of Pennsylvania. Harrisburg, of course, is their kind of their center of gravity, for lack of a better term.
Home base.
Yeah, home base. They're in Liverpool, so yeah, this is great. I mean, and to partner with them, heck yeah, man, let's do it. So I'm glad you thought of it.
Which is a great segue into the a third entity. And this next song that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So there's another entity called the Central Pennsylvania Musicians Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Every year they do an awards ceremony awarding some of the more accomplished artists in our area. And again, it's just another avenue for local musicians to meet each other, to network, to get their music out there, to get their band name out there, whether it's cover band or original band. I mean, they're just another fantastic entity. And this next song that we're going to talk about or cue up is I wrote this very specifically for a project that they curate. And that's the Joy to the Berg compilation record.
Yeah. I'm an alumni of that.
Of
the Joy to the Berg.
Really?
2 years ago, I had a song on there.
That's fantastic.
I don't know how I got it on there, but but I didn't realize the Hall of Fame was that heavily involved with that.
Sure. So, and I only know this from reading the bio myself.
Okay.
Initially, it was put together by Christian Churches United, with the idea being that they would the profits would help with Harrisburg's homeless.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was from the first disc on, but Central Pennsylvania Musician Hall of Fame, Brandon Valentine, and that whole crew, they're the ones that curate the music for that for those records.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that. I thought they did. I thought they did everything in house with the Christian side of it. I thought they were doing it all.
I'm not sure if Brandon is a member of that community or not.
No, but I mean, I didn't realize they were that heavily involved with it. So that's great. I also didn't know until a couple of years ago that we had a Central Pennsylvania Music Hall of Fame. That's wild.
I think I read about it in the Pennsylvania Musician magazine. You see, that's why I'm saying it's all cyclical, and it's so many great venues for local musicians.
Gotta go if you've never been.
Say what?
You've got to go if you've never been.
The
such
awards
a good time.
ceremony.
Yeah, it's such a good time. Meeting
I'm
musicians and
I'm just a humble little, radio guy. I don't hang in the rarefied air that you guys do. So I'd probably be down there selling hot dogs or something.
Well, honestly, the first year we went, we kind of kept to ourselves. But the last year we met the drummer from Observe the 93rd and a young lady that sings in an Iron Maiden tribute band. I mean, it was just such a great experience.
And these are all local. These are all Pennsylvania musicians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, maybe I'll have to go down.
It's worth it. This year, though, it looks like the Hershey Theater's under construction, so they're doing it now in Lancaster at one of their theaters this year.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow.
Induct.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Well, the awards ceremony, I mean, that's, how many they have well over a dozen or more categories.
Yeah, I don't know the amount, but
I don't
it's quite
either,
a bit.
Yeah, but it's, and I know, just off the top of my head, I know Celtic Wooden Wires won for, I think, Best World Music 2 years ago.
Might have been a folk, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, they definitely won. Yeah, they were great. And that award ceremony is what turned me on to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is the cool thing. We're going to talk about this a little bit. Is how we all kind of support each other. We all kind of and all of these little entities kind of help fuel the recognition, not only between musicians and musicians, but also for the audience as well. So
sure.
The Joy to the Berg. So this is not your first time getting a song on there, correct?
No, our instrumental, "The Power of a Child," was on there 2 records ago. Probably the same one yours is.
It may be.
We'll have to look into
Look at that. Look at that. We're album mates. Wow. Because we played that, and I love that song, by the way, but we played that for the last 2 holiday seasons when we cue up the holiday music.
That's great.
The giving season is here. Where did that come from? I mean, did you write that specifically for the Joy to the Berg, or was it just, I'm going to write a Christmas song?
I very specifically wrote it for this record.
Really?
My feelings would have been hurt if it wasn't picked for the album.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But yeah, so I had just bought my second banjo, which I was saying earlier. I love banjos. And the intro riff of that song, as soon as I picked up the banjo, that's the first thing that came out of me is that riff.
Really?
And it always had a winter vibe. I just felt like it had a snow falling kind of vibe to me. Yeah. And then so when I decided I was going to write something for the Joy to the Berg, I started with that banjo riff, and the rest just kind of came from there.
Yeah. Now, when you write a song and it kind of comes out as a riff, did you have did you start with the title? Did you start with the riff? Did you start with verses? I mean, how did
Started with the riff, and then had to figure out where I wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
How I wanted it to open up after the main theme.
Yeah.
I am not the best lyricist, but I was proud of the way the lyrics have come out on. You've noted before my last 2 records were instrumental, right?
Yeah.
Because I can almost spit those out.
Yeah.
But lyrics, for some reason, it's not that I have trouble putting words down. I just look at them when I'm done. I'm like, well, that's crap, and I throw it in the wastebasket. I want my words to mean something,
right?
But luckily on this record, for whatever reason, the words were there or have been there for all the songs, and the lyrics for this just kind of came out. The theme behind it is that it's really the darker side of the holidays. How it's not always easy for everybody,
right?
Christmas presents and just the negative emotions people might be going through. Sometimes people are lonely. Yeah. You miss family members. There's a lot to it beyond just the presents under the tree and the Santa Claus motif and all that. And so, so that was kind of the message behind this song is it's really about just I don't know dealing with the harder times during the holidays.
No, and I mean look at some of the classic Christmas songs, holiday songs. There's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." You listen to that thing, and that's like the most depressing song that people do feel. Yeah. And so did you write the lyrics to this, or did you have a collaborator?
No, I wrote them.
You wrote them all?
Yeah, this record, like I say, this is 100% mine from the instruments to the recording process, even to the photography. Like I'm just 100% in.
Really?
I always have something going on in my head
wow.
for the whole vision. I don't like handing it off. It's kind of how I see it in my brain from beginning to end.
Yeah, but somebody told me that there was an alternate title to this song.
That was Sonya come up with it. What's your alternate title?
So, but I mean,
so excuse my language, but yeah. So after hearing the song, all summer long as he's writing it and recording it in my sleep, and I've come up with a better title. I think you ain't getting for Christmas.
Yeah,
pretty much wraps up the song.
Now they might have balked at that for Joy Berg if you would have kept that title.
Yeah.
Well, it's always nice to bring out the little sensor beeper every once in a while. So thank you, my dear, for doing that. Anything else about the giving season is here? Because we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it right now. I think.
Sure. If you go, if you like the song, if you go to if you Google "Joy to the Berg" BURG, check it out. I'm not sure what percentage of the proceeds. I'm assuming all go towards assisting the homeless and less fortunate in Harrisburg. And that's really what it's about. So give it a listen. And if you're feeling generous, make sure you go to that website. Hey, it's a double disc, so you also get to hear a ton of Pennsylvania artists recording and doing their shit for the less fortunate.
I think the volume that I'm on, and I think you are on as well. Now I'm trying to think of it.
We are. Yeah.
The Badleys are on that.
That's right.
They're doing, and I mean, it's just like a who's who of local musicians and bands and songwriters and that. Everything from singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar and voice to a whole choir that they recorded.
That's right. That was the same record we're on because there was a fantastic choir on it.
I think it's the last cut on the album, and I don't have it in front of me to give them proper credit. And it's Joy to the Berg, as you said. So BURG because it focuses on the homeless there in Harrisburg. So
that's right.
All right. So this is the giving season is here. Keith Randall, and again, this ain't your father's Keith Randall stuff. This is good Americana stuff and banjo on this one as well. Banjo on a Christmas holiday song. So right here and let's give it a listen. Giving season is here, right here on the Rec Room Radio Hour radio show and podcast.
Life right here gets tough this time of year. That's life in a small town where jobs slowly disappear. The price of gas is through the roof. What's a working man to do when a calendar gives way to new frontier and to give it the seasons here? My girl, she deserves the best of me. My folks are getting older, they deserve time that I can't give. I got friends with something me. Wish I could get them what they need, but we're barely making enough to live. Sometimes it's hard to give.
giving season is here. The season of great music is here, from Joy to the Berg and from Keith and Sonya Randall. So that's a great song. I admire guys like you and gals like you, but I admire it's always there. It just is coming out. You know, I mean, it's just incredible the amount of talent that you have.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I could probably write like 3 more records if I had the time to do it. Like right now, just with what's already backed up.
Yeah.
It's just, where's the time?
You're like Jeff Tweedy and Wilco. That guy, like he writes a song a day.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's like, but you had said that you wrote this specifically for Joy to the Berg.
That's right.
And I asked this question, and I think I know the answer to this. I asked this question of Jason Yoder when I interviewed him. If you were to, if somebody said or commissioned you to write a song about a sub shop, could you do it?
You mean like a jingle?
A song, a jingle, or whatever.
Like Subway?
Yeah, like a local sub shop, because that was the premise that I used with Jason.
I mean, I suppose I could. I don't know. I suppose I could.
I think
I
you
feel like I
could.
could help
It
you
would
out with those lyrics.
Oh heck yeah! Oh yeah!
She
man.
worked at a sub shop once.
Well, there you go. But but it was because there was a sub shop across the street from when I interviewed Jason. I said, could you write write a song on spec or commission about the goofiest subject I could think of, which is a sub shop across the street. I get the impression you could.
I probably could, but I prefer the inspiration or whatever it is that drives me to make a song, to write a song, comes from somewhere else. It's not like it's a pre-thought thing.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily where that comes from, but certain things inspire you to write, whether it's a person or an event or So Joy to the Berg was like, hey, this is about homeless and helping the homeless. So the song wasn't going to be, in my mind, a happy, cheery song. It was going to be, hey, it's not easy to give, but this is the season to give.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the gist of that tune. Like, so the inspiration's got to come from somewhere. Yeah. I guess if I like the people that worked at the sub shop, they could come up with something. I don't know, but
I because the old like the old Brill Building and the Tin Pan Alley. I mean, they were writing songs. Like we need a hit with the name Sonya in it.
Sure.
And they would
I'm working on that song.
Good. And essentially they were like a music factory writing songs on demand on spec and all that. And I couldn't do it. I could not write a song like, write a song about a white door leading into a radio station. I couldn't do it.
It would be much easier for me to try to capture the feeling that white door gives than it would be for me to lyrically do it. That's what I'm saying. It takes me a while. The words are either going to come or they're not. And a lot of times I'll put them down on paper and it will not make it to an edit. I'll just throw it out.
Now, what about Sonya? What are you better at lyrics or better at music, or what's kind of your wheelhouse?
I think I'm better at lyrics, but he doesn't want to hear mine.
That's not true.
Oh, well, because you dropped the S-bomb or something.
Yeah.
But you know what?
There's
I listened to a lot of Eminem for a while in my youth, so we'll blame it on that.
So speaking of that, what's because you guys are kind of, what's next for you guys? You guys are going in a little different direction in a good way. So what's up with you guys next?
So we were dipping our toe into being more of a bluegrass band, and without other players, without the time to really devote to those instruments, because I'll tell you, if you're gonna go down that road, you better prepare to put yourself to school.
Right.
I mean, there's some great instrumentation on that, and after we dipped our toe in it, it definitely opened our eyes to different styles of music and that we want to do more than we're doing, but I don't know that it's necessarily going to be a bluegrass thing. It's going to be an acoustic thing, but I think it's going to go down a jammy route with Americana influences, but not limited to that.
Bluegrass is, I mean, that would be a tough genre to break into, and stop me, correct me if I'm wrong. Later in life, I think you have to. I mean, you have to have the chops from a young age.
You're probably right with that.
Because bluegrass, if you listen to like I want to say like the top bluegrass,
Rhonda Vincent.
Rhonda Vincent. There you go.
Sam Bush.
Sam Bush.
Jerry Douglas.
Chris Steele.
Billy Strings. You could go on all day.
I mean, it's sometimes
all of Union Station.
And this is my critique of bluegrass, modern bluegrass. How many notes can you fit into a measure? Sometimes it's like some of it is like let's look at the virtuosity of this mandolin player. Okay, I got it, but
it's always been that way. I mean, Doc Watson was a shredder.
It's
Bill Monroe was a shredder. I mean, it's basically they took the gist of country and they were just like the dominant musicians of the time, and I think that's the tradition. That's another part of it too, is you touched on it. Talking about coming in from a young age, it is also very traditional. There's not a lot of weaving away from it, which is why I like I say, I started this record with the idea that it was going to be like a bluegrass record, but it obviously did not become that. Although the instrumentation's there. It's American. I'm calling it Americana now because it's nowhere near the tradition of bluegrass. It's just inspired by it. It's something that lit a fire under me, and I just played it out.
And you hit on something with bluegrass. It's very. I mean, it's very traditional, and it's almost like Dylan going electric. Man, don't mess with the formula. Don't mess with the sauce.
And I've never been good with just coloring in the lines. So I should have known better.
Well, for an Americana acoustic jam, I mean that's my wheelhouse. So I'm really looking forward to this. So is this going to be a Keith and Sonya project? Is this going to be
almost everything is a Keith and Sonya project. I mean, just this EP is just she was so busy with work, and I was inspired to record, so I did.
Yeah.
And initially, I had written some fiddle parts out, but again, she's so busy with work this last year that I just did them myself, and they're by no means as proficient as they would be if she did them, but it's good enough to get it on record.
What's your so Sonya? What's your if you had to say this is my primary instrument, because you have sax, you have fiddle.
The saxophone is my passion.
Is it?
And so that's another thing that kind of took us back away from the bluegrass. He's like, we're gonna have to hang up the saxophone, and my heart was broken.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel so good playing it. I love it. I love the way it sounds.
Really?
I love the way you play it.
Yeah.
It's my soul instrument. So,
Okay.
So now we're gonna pivot the other way and actually feature the saxophone.
Yeah.
I think again, it's just so. That's the beauty of being a musician. Sometimes is that you get the person or a person or persons, and they just take you in another direction. And again, quote Tom Petty, the future's wide open. A sax and an American, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see that. And I'm excited. I'll travel down to Anvil to see that stuff, man.
Well, I'm excited to get started on it as well.
Now, but you play the fiddle as well. Correct?
Yep. I'll be focusing more now, I think, on the mandolin. I'm enjoying the mandolin now.
How long have you been playing the mandolin?
Since I think I started learning it in 2019.
But the mandolin is tuned the same as a violin.
Yeah.
So how easy of a transition is that?
It's pretty easy.
Is it
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's easier than the fiddle, because with the fiddle, if your fingering's off even the width of a hair, it sounds like you're murdering cats.
Yeah.
But with the mandolin, the notes are the same, but you're fretted, so it's as long as the pressure's there, your notes are good.
Now, Sonya, are you a trained musician? In other words, did you go to like a school and learn? I call them paper trained musicians. Like, are you a theory and all that?
No, I mean, I played in the band for about 4 or 5 years.
And you mean
school.
band in high school?
Yeah,
correct?
Not even high school. It was elementary and middle school.
Oh wow!
Yeah, high
Hey,
school.
did you start on the little plastic flutophone?
So I played a recorder. I played a recorder, but I did play flute in school. I didn't play pickup saxophone until I was in college. My first saxophone was used. I bought a used saxophone just because I always wanted to play. So, yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what she can do great is Sonya's great at reading. So if I can take the time to write the parts out, there's nothing I've written that she can't play.
Really?
So it's just really a matter of, she might not know the theory, but if I put it in front of her, she can rip through it, specifically with the alto.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow. See, that's, lucky you.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, she can read it a lot quicker than I can write it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, quit holding back. Quit holding back on us. What else have you got? Cold fusion, have you figured out, I don't know. What else have you figured out?
Well, I keep putting instruments in front of her, waiting to see which one she can't play, and she keeps coming through. So I'm thinking...
The guitar is hard for me. I have very small hands, so short fingers. So the guitar is hard for me.
Get a smaller guitar.
But we gave her a baritone guitar, which is tuned... Or not a baritone. What's the one it's the one that's, again, tuned the same as the mandolin. So the tuning's...
A cigar box guitar?
Right. Well, your cigar box is tuned...
That's fun, too, to play.
It's a 4-string guitar. It's not a baritone. The name of it, escapes me, but she plays that just fine because the fingerings, again, they're the same as...
Oh, yeah.
It's tuned just like the mandolin, yeah.
I think Leo Armbruster down in Lewisburg plays one, and oh gosh, I can't.
It's a smaller neck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking down the road that could find its way into her instrumentation.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Where'd you find her? She's incredible.
I'm a lucky man.
You are a lucky man,
Absolutely.
my friend. Good golly. So is it still going to be Keith and Sonya's roadshow, acoustic roadshow, or is there going to be another label to it? I mean, what?
We were toying around with changing the name, and at the end of the day, we've got 5 years into the roadshow logo, and so we're going to stick with it. I mean, it's not even when we go out there with that banner, that's not necessarily a band name. That's an event name. This is Keith and Sonya's roadshow, and we don't know who's going to be playing with us that day.
Yeah.
It's not like Metallica, where it's 4 people, and it's ideally it's meant to be that we can have session players sit in with us or feature different people different days.
Yeah.
But usually it's just us and our new member Sean, who I'm glad we segued there. I did want to mention that we have a new member of the band that's a full-time member, Sean Driscoll.
Oh, okay. So he's he's on the payroll and everything. Sean Driscoll. So
Sean Driscoll gets his 1/3 cut. We met him at an open mic. He was a singing guitar player, and one day I brought in a cajon. And he sat on it and was jamming on it, and so that's how he entered our fold. He came in as a percussion player, primarily cajon,
really?
And then we would give him a couple songs to do his own on the guitar. And he's just such a nice guy, and his work ethic is there that we've elevated him to 1/3, and we're going to give him some songs to sing, and he's jumping over to the guitar, so it allows me to bring out the banjo or the bass or whatever I'm going to end up.
Our favorite, the U bass.
The U bass.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the ukulele bass. Ukulele bass.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
So it's great having
we all
him.
love that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
That's an inside joke, folks.
But it's great having him on board, and so technically the roadshow is a 3-piece now, and ideally I will be looking for a full-time bass player, whether it be upright or acoustic or electric. At this point, my mind's wide open as to what it's going to be, because it's going to take on a jam format anyway. So.
Yeah. Is that something you would like? Okay,
That's the goal.
Just
the roadshow.
Yeah,
just to bring in guests and have them sit in with us.
I never caught that. And since you guys started that it would be like a show. Like you could.
Yeah, I have no problem stepping off for 10, 15 minutes and letting somebody do their thing, and then bringing us all together again.
Oh my gosh!
That's the idea behind it. It's just hard to find the right people.
Well, and it would maybe be hard to find. I mean, you'd have to have the right venue to do that.
Yeah, we are typically playing smaller rooms, but we've got a couple that have enough stage. And now that we have Sean added, I'll start booking larger rooms, or I'm looking into booking larger rooms. And I send feelers out to the bigger rooms as well as the small ones. I'll do a solo show if that's what they're booking, or if I can, I'll do a full stage. There's no reason she and I can't play on a full stage by ourselves. We've done it before.
Yeah. And I don't know about the Harrisburg Anvil area, but I know up here, I mean, there's certainly venues that would accommodate all those versions of the roadshow. I mean, so Sonya, what do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy like the smaller, like the duo stuff, or the full band, or?
I think it depends on the vibe of the place.
Okay.
So it could be just him playing. It could be both of us. It could be the full band. It's the vibe of the place. Yeah. I enjoy when people are getting involved. I enjoy bantering with the crowd. Yeah. When they're up dancing and singing. So for me, it's more of like interaction.
Yeah. So you're like the front. You're the front person for this project. It
That's
sounds
right.
like
we put her center stage.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. And that wasn't a coy thing. You're very outgoing. You're very talented, and we had this conversation offline. I haven't seen you guys perform, but I can imagine you have a stage presence.
I would say she does.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
especially when she's dancing around with different instruments, even when she's off to the side, she's still, pretty clutch.
Yeah, I got to get down and see you guys play. I got to make the road trip down there.
Well, we might come up here at some point this summer. Well, we try to come up every now and again to do some, but
yeah.
I've got this idea. I think we should all take turns swap instruments. Like, why am I the only one constantly swapping instruments out? I think we should all 1, 2, 3, rotate.
Yeah.
that
Which
would
might
be
happen.
fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Talking about the Grateful Dead, they did that for a show. They all switched instruments, and Yeah, it was interesting. You'd have to rehearse it. So let's put it this way. I don't know that they did the night they did that. We're probably winding down here. Is for the podcast, we usually ask a couple questions specifically to the interviewer or the interviewee. So if you had a piece of music gear that you got rid of or lost that you'd want to get back, what is it? An instrument, an amp, I don't know what. Is there anything that you let go that you want to get back?
No.
Really?
I can say that there's plenty of instruments that Keith Randall has let go of that I would
no,
like
we've
to
already
see
had
back.
this discussion.
But
This
yeah,
is
no,
yours.
I mean, I don't give up my instruments.
No, she holds on to them. She bonds with
You're
them.
I mean, he does. Pedals arrive and they go from my pedal board. I don't even have a pedal board right now.
True. That is true.
That's all up to him.
Yeah.
One day I have a pedal board, one day it's giant, next day I have two pedals. So, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted
my
to.
obsession with pedals has spread to her board.
Yeah, but I mean,
it
sounds like he's putting the pedals in front of you. Like you could just do it without the pedals.
She doesn't do anything with them. That's why I said it.
You are the first person in this for the podcast. This will be the 32nd episode. You are the first person that says, "Nope, I have no regrets of getting rid of something."
No.
Wow.
No, I hold on to my
Lucky
instruments.
you.
Yeah.
And this next question is geared to both of you. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
Well, we have another friend that's offering to run sound for us, so we're showing him the ways of running the soundboard.
Oh, you're going to have a
right.
dedicated sound person.
Yep. Our good friend Dana Jones has offered to help. With the sound. He always has supported us. We met him in Annville, 2020.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's missed more than one show in those 4 years. So
That's right.
yeah.
Wow, lucky
He's
you.
great
I mean,
dude.
because that's a huge burden off of whoever was doing it before.
It's such a pain. I think
It
I have
is.
it dialed in, and somebody comes and says, "Well, I can't hear this," and then I'll turn that up and everything else.
Well, you're trying to do
on
it from
and you're on the
stage.
stage. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're not
Yeah.
hearing it the way
Yeah.
they're hearing it yet. So,
So
it's
yeah,
nice to have somebody out
Dana's
there.
part of the family
Ears.
now as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Good point, baby.
Lucky you. So we talked about the only thing we haven't talked about is the new song that we're going to debut right now.
Sure thing. Last song is the title track of the upcoming EP. It's A Life in Good Repair. You're going to find this one's even more different than most of the other ones in that there is no banjo. There is very little guitar. I played the fiddle on it. I can't say particularly well, but I'm bowing an upright on this, which was cool for me.
Wait a minute, bowing an upright.
An upright bass. I'm playing it with
okay.
the bow.
When you said fiddle, and then you said I'm bowing an upright. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay,
Yeah,
you're playing the upright bass.
I'm playing the upright bass, which I play the upright bass on all of them, but I'm playing it with a bow on this one.
Yeah.
So it takes on a little more of an orchestrated sound between the fiddle and the upright, and then I think it features a mandolin solo.
That you
but
play.
for me, this this one was just a little bit of honesty, a little bit of gratitude.
Yeah.
For being here and the people that helped get me here.
Yeah.
And that's the gist of what this song's about.
Wow. And we're going to, because I haven't even heard this song yet, we're going to debut it right now. And when we speak of gratitude, Keith, I have not known you very long, maybe like a year and a half, but I'm so grateful for your support. I'm so grateful for your friendship. I am so grateful that you thought enough to think of us in helping you promote the three songs that we played tonight. But just for your friendship and for your advice, because I've reached out to you a couple times for advice on different things with music, and you're always so gracious. So I appreciate and I'm thankful for you for everything you've done for me, but also everything you've done for the show and for the radio station. So thank you for being here with us, man.
Absolutely. I consider you a friend.
Likewise.
We might live a couple hours south, but
Likewise.
I always wonder what Mike's doing or what.
He's up to no good.
Up to no good, yeah.
And Sonya, I'm so glad I got to meet you finally after talking about you and hearing about you for so long.
Thank you for having me.
So this is a life in good repair. This is a couple in good repair. This is a musical act and a musical future that is in good repair. Let's listen to this for the first time, all of us here on the Rec Room Radio Hour with Keith and Sonya Randall, and a life in good repair. Enjoy it.
to tell you, life ain't always been that easy on me. See, I nearly lost it all. So many times I've loved and lost. I tell you more than once I was brought down to my knees. But I kept getting up when I was beat down, dusted myself off, spit blood on the ground. I knew I was lost, but I would get found, and that's where love found me. I'm not gonna lie, some good folks, they helped me. Now my family, I doubt it would have survived. That doesn't mean there's no hope if you're lonely. Only means you gotta stoke your own fire inside. Gotta pick yourself up when life beats you down. Dust yourself up, raise your head up proud. Know you've been lost, but you will be found. Shout out, I'm finally free. Let your light shine over me. Freedom from darkness, once blinded I now see. Heaven, thoughts of heaven, free me from despair. Good Lord, lead me this life in good repair. Before I say goodnight, just want to tell you, you were born with everything you're ever gonna need. You were born with freedom, sweet freedom. Let your light wash over me. Freedom from darkness, was blinded, now I see. Heaven, oh sweet heaven, free me from despair. Oh Lord, I thank you for this life in good repair.
A life in good repair. Keith Randall here on the Rec Room Radio Hour radio show and podcast. What a great opportunity it was to do a little groundbreaking here on the radio show and podcast. Thank you to Keith and Sonya Randall for coming up and sharing the news and all the stuff that's going on with them. And thanks to Josh Knoll down at the PA Musician Magazine for allowing us to collaborate. Look for the Pennsylvania Musician Magazine featuring Keith and Sonya Randall with this interview that will be out on your newsstands very soon. Hey, thank you so much to the Clark McLean Band for allowing us to use their song theme for not only the radio show but the podcast. And hey, while you're out there, check out WXPIradio.org and maybe make a little financial contribution. This show was recorded at WXPI Studios and mixed and edited at Airline Studios with Roxy. Hey, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, please don't fret. Stay tuned and play nice until we meet again. Bye-bye.